What a difference a year makes. A year ago, mass, selected few in the stands. A lot of people worried about COVID. Tonight, packed stands here in York County as we get ready for the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association Championship, and it's all coming to you live on High School Sports Live. High School Sports Live is proud to present the York County Boys Championships here at the York County School of Technology, featuring West York 16-8 coming into the game tonight. Make that 21-2 rather, and Eastern York at 16-8. Tonight's live broadcast is made possible by our premier sponsors, Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships, OSS Health, and the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, championship coach Pat Flannery, head coach 14 years at Bucknell. You remember a few of those games back in 2005 and 2006 March Madness, beating Kansas and Arkansas back-to-back years, and of course the national championship coach in Division III of the NCAA with Lebanon Valley College, the upstart coming out and beating Manhattan. A lot of big wins there, Coach. But, hey, the atmosphere is the same. We're in championship season right now.
This is tremendous. Look at this crowd.
And we're looking forward tonight to a packed house right here as Eastern 16-8 going up against West York 21-2. Let's take a look at the players we're going to be keeping our eyes on tonight. Our Commonwealth Charter Academy player to watch, first of all, this evening, number 2 for West York, Jayden Walker, part of a balanced bunch of this one, Coach.
Yeah, well, West York has a balanced attack. Jayden Walker, you have A.J. Williams, David McGladry, and their fourth guy is Powell. And everybody you talk to, these 4 guys make it go. They're experienced, they're veterans, they've been around, and that's going to be a big task for Eastern York.
Eastern York has lost twice to West York this year and only has scored 29 and 28 points respectively in those 2 games. So they've got something to prove here tonight on this court. But one of the guys who's going to help them do that is our OSS Health player to watch, a guy named Austin Bausman, averaging close to 20 points a game, Coach.
Well, you watch Austin and you watch them play, and you'll see him bringing up the ball. You'll see him posting inside. You'll see him hitting the 3. You'll see him doing a whole lot of things. And his sidekick is a freshman by the name of Carter Walmsley. Carter's a 9th grader. He's the 2nd best player on that team. And as Coach says, he said as they go, those 2 guys go, they just need some perimeter guys to knock a few down to open up the floor for these 2 young men.
They're a team that's grown during the course of the season. They've had some big wins along the way, and they're looking to make some headway tonight against West York, a team that beat them the first 2 times, 55-28 and 44-29. So they're coming to this game tonight kind of throwing caution to the wind. And I know Coach Seitz has said on the one side, you know, you're really going to have to try to break some things down tonight that didn't break down the first 2 times.
Yeah, I think he really feels like they're going to have to mix up their defenses a little bit more. They're going to have to certainly keep an eye on their 2 guys and try to get them good shots. But he has a couple young kids. You mentioned it. They started to come along. They started to play really well. He has a couple 9th graders, including his own son. They have some kids that have now gotten into the fire. So let's see what they do tonight that maybe weren't ready the first 2 times.
First time since 2008 we haven't had a Division I team here in the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association Championship. And so tonight these 2 teams battle out from Division II, and they're ready to get it on right here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
So a while back I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newly relocated dealership, Jack Giambalvo Mazda. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And welcome back to York School of Technology here.
Good job.
It is the
That's wonderful.
YIAA Championship, and congratulated Siona Dignogian, who just sang the national anthem, did a great job. And Pat, we'd love to hear it heartfelt. Man, she was rocking.
Isn't that wonderful? She was doing a little breathing before, just like these players are, a little breathing.
And you can check us out tonight at hsslivetv.com. But we are ready for the YIAA Championship, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Gary Sutton, Pat Flannery, Chad Edwards, and the whole crew here tonight in a packed house right here in the middle of York County. And man, I'll tell you what, this is the way to kick off playoff season. We did it last night with a doubleheader with the Mid-Penn Championship. Pretty happy over at Cedar Cliff today about that. 2 gold medals to take home. But tonight we come into York, and these two teams, first time 2 Division II teams have met since 2008. Division I usually has a team in here somewhere. 2008, by the way, the team that won was West York. 2010 and 11, it was Eastern. And the last time these two met for a championship was back in 2002. And by the way, Eastern won that one 47-44. So a little bit of history between the night. Your officials for the game this evening, 3 good ones: Gordy Kaufman, Fred Hartman, and Kevin Lawrence. And Coach, we're ready to get this one underway.
Well, they were lining up out there at 5:30 when we got here. And the wind was blowing, and they didn't think anything about it. They were ready to play ball.
Did not matter at all. We're ready to jump it up, and Wansley's going to control the tap for a moment, and then taken by West York. Picked up there by number 34, A.J. Williams, and we are underway in the York Area League Championship. And that's tipped out of bounds off Eastern. Golden Knights, a proud school, 16-8. Coming in here, they were second in Division II this year to this West York team. That was 11-1. Their only loss coming to Susquehannock during the course of the season.
And what you expected from Eastern, they come out in man-to-man. They're going to have to disrupt these guys a little bit. They got a lot of scorers, and they play together.
Think about Eastern, a gritty bunch, a long history, great basketball there.
You can tell when kids grow up playing the game.
Very, very, very comfortable right now passing the basketball is West York, and that's what they'll do. And then they get shots like that. Missing now and then getting the own offensive rebound is Jayden Walker. Up strong to the basket and in. Nice move by A.J. Williams, his first bucket of the night.
Strong move. Thought that was blocked.
Here's Jack Weaver back on the other end, handling the basketball for Eastern.
West also starting out man-to-man.
You'll see a lot of high-low eventually between Wansley and also Mr. Bausman. Good defense here. Sagging weak side pretty well, Coach.
Yeah, they're getting it side to side. A lot of help in there.
Tough shot there. Going
Another
up
offensive rebound.
Wamsley gets back with the rebound.
2 for 2.
Bangs it home. He bangs it home, does Wamsley. So Wamsley in for 2, and we tie it up.
Get excited there. Two offensive rebounds led to 2 baskets.
Coming along the baseline here. Eastern keeping it pretty tight to the block as well right now in terms of their defense. Another strong move by Williams, inside pass. Good weight, good block there by Wamsley. At least changed the trajectory of the shot, and Weaver with the basketball.
Good job on the boards there, even though they got inside. Wamsley's a big presence.
It makes you think about things, that's for sure, and only a freshman. And looks to handle the basketball a little bit here, too.
You better be able to play with those sneakers.
And stolen away by West York. Quickly back to the other side. Up strong. Are they going to call anything there? Nothing. There's Bausman with the pass back out. Wansley. Great pass down the court. Blocked down the other end, but a little body on the play. And the foul is going to be called against David McGladry. His first, team first for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, couple of playoff games that we've seen now, Gary, officials have done a great job of letting the kids play, especially early, letting them feel it out. You like to see that. That one was a definite foul, but they've let them play through a couple of contacts here early.
At the line, Easton Smith, his first time there tonight, 60% free throw shooter on the season, and 100 tonight so far. Three to two, and man, I'll tell you what, this place feels like it's going to burst with the excitement here this evening.
Smith and Weaver and Lipsis, they have to come through tonight for these guys.
And the second shot is missed. So 3-2, the Golden Knights lead it here early. West York is a team that, much like we saw with Cedar Cliff last night, will wait and take their shot. They are not in any hurry. And just as I say that, they bang one out there very quickly, and that's the quickest shot they've taken all evening. And that foul is going to be called on Walmsley here. Carter Walmsley picks up his first.
Great job by Detz on the offensive board. He's starting to grow a little bit as we're watching him. He's really a little bigger than you think he is. He's going to be a handful in there, taking these other guys from West York. They're, quote, their marquee guys.
Detz shoots it at a 73% look from the free throw line. That looked pretty comfortable right there.
Boy.
They played in this atmosphere in the semifinals the other night, so they kind of are used to it, both teams.
Yeah.
Second shot by Detz is up and rolls that one home. He's 2 for 2. 4-3, the Bulldogs up by 1. 5:23 to go here in the first quarter. This is probably the best scoreboard we've ever seen, by the way.
They keep you updated. As you called, a little high-low here.
There they're looking. You look like you have a little bit of a mismatch inside if you can get the ball into Bausman's hands.
If they can.
Another steal. In for West York, off the steal is McGladrey, and McGladrey with his first deuce of the night, and the lead goes to 3.
Yeah, side to side, they up pressuring, jump the gap.
I'll tell you what's an interesting matchup here is Detz on Bausman, and he's keeping the ball away from Bausman right now very, very well. And West York up in the lanes very nicely on their defense.
Yeah, well, his size is causing some of that. And obviously, Bausman, it starts and goes with everything that he does. There's Walker on a step back.
Walker, great job on the step back. First 3 of the night as Jayden Walker with a 3. 9-3. 7-point run right now for West York.
It's tough to not make comparison, guys, when you see players, but Walker, a little like Werner, just lets the game come. He looks like he's a kid. Good inside.
There it is to Bausman, and Bausman in with a nice left hand. Good pass over the top that time.
Yeah, they're going to have to play him outside. It looks like they're going to absolutely play Walmsley outside. He can shoot the basketball, so they're having to push out. Opens up the passing lane.
Walmsley looks like he likes to handle it a little bit too. Walker testing the side, not there.
It's like they pushed out into a little 2-3 here now, give him a little different look.
There was a little walk right there he might have gotten away with. Strong move. Walmsley almost picked up foul number 2. Holding his ground here and gets a jump ball. So Walmsley holds his ground nicely that time.
You bring that ball down, you get a chance to get it tied up.
So you saw Javar Powell get jammed in there, so a chance to get back a little closer here for Eastern. Weaver with the basketball. There's Walmsley, and Walmsley's going to get fouled before he gets started. Foul marked up on West York.
Coach really thinks it's important that they get a couple stretch threes to open it up a little bit. They didn't shoot the ball well the first 2 times.
Weaver misses a shot there off the dribble. West York with the rebound.
So they're back to the 2-3. Got to stop that penetration. They're just too big.
There's Jayden Walker, nice little running one-hander. Man, he's got the goods, doesn't he, Coach?
Yeah, a little running right-hander. He's tough to keep in front of him.
5 points in the game, anticipated the block. How about that move underneath for Eastern coming back down the floor as Easton Smith in for 2. He's got 3 points.
Yeah, the other night he hit some big gutsy plays when they really needed it.
Jayden Walker with a kick outside. Three's going to be missed off the hands of Detz.
collective on the glass there. That's the only way they're going to be able to rebound with them. Great effort. Great job.
Rebound by Lipsius there. Here's Walmsley. Walmsley's going to pull up, look for the three. Probably a little too quick that time, maybe for Coach Seitz' taste. Garrett Bull on the West York side. Justin Seitz on this side. You're going to get a foul called in the backboard here against West York. Ball belonged to Eastern. Kevin Lawrence keeping things under control right here.
Coach's son in the ball game.
Brady Seitz in there, one of those freshmen you talked about, one of the two tonight. You got Avant King, you got Walmsley, you've got Brady Seitz. They actually have 3 freshmen that could play this one. Now they go to a 1-4 flat, which usually means you want to try to get some kind of drive here, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, I thought he'd be a little more aggressive.
Yeah. There's Walker down the court. Walker up. He's going to miss, but he's going to get fouled on the play by Brady Seitz just into the ball game.
I thought they were stretching the floor for Bausman to be able to break him down a little bit. He has good size. He's got a little nonchalant entering that basketball on half court.
Not a place to be nonchalant with the basketball in this game today.
No, a lot of hands, a lot of quickness, and a lot of experience.
Here's Walker, 50% free throw shooter on the season, but 100% here. He had 6 points in the game. As checking in is Landon Gibson for the first time tonight, a small guard, senior for this West York club.
Not sure they have that score right.
And I think Kevin Lawrence just saw it, and he says to Gordy Kaufman, head on over there. And Gordy with a little smile on his face says, let's get it right. And there it is. 12-7 now, everything checks. Can't have the wrong score, can you?
Nah, not when you've seen as many games as we've seen.
That's exactly right. Second shot is up. That one's not going to go. And there's Walmsley with the rebound. 1:57 to go here in the first period. A 5-point lead right now for the Bulldogs. Bausman again, just not really looking like he wants to go very far with it. Walmsley. There's Jack Weaver. Going to try to get Walmsley in the post up here with Bausman.
Get it off the same side.
Good job in there by just Shields into the game right now, playing against Bausman in there. Look downtown. There is Walmsley. The big guy knows what to do with the basketball. He's got 5 points.
And that's the difference. The last one, his feet weren't set. He was a little deep and off balance. There, when he's balanced, he has a nice shot.
A little 1-3-1 this time coming back. And how about that? The answer on the other side by Jayden Walker, who's having a dynamite first quarter. He's already got 9 points.
Can't keep him in front of you. And that's great distance.
A running one-hander off Easton Smith, not going to go. Check that was actually Logan Dotson in there right now with that running one-hander. So 15-10, under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
Back to man-to-man.
They switched to that 1-3-1 one time last time down, and Walker hit him in the seam.
Gonna have to push out on him.
West York looks like they're kind of content here, maybe to go for one shot. Mark Walker with the ball at half court.
They like running that same side cut. They run a little C cut and they screen in, and they go Walker to the corner sometimes.
Well, here's the guy whose hands you want the ball in, Jayden Walker.
Let's see what they do with it. Sure, it's going to Walker.
Walker's sitting in the corner right now, so you're going to get some kind of double screen look here.
Don't go too late.
Here you go. Down to 7 seconds. Mark Walker to Jayden Walker. Nowhere to go. Good defense out there. Now got to rush the shot. Walker lets it go. Banks it. Not going to go. And that's the first quarter. 15-10. The Bulldogs lead it. This is the YIAA championship game on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered. Going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambalvo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Team PA AAU tryouts. Team PA AAU tryouts are coming this spring. Keep an eye out at teampahoops.com. And Advanced Hoops is offering a spring triple threat for kids 5 years old to high school level. A great alternative to AAU, a special middle school boys spring league for 8th and 9th grade boys. To find out more, go to advancedhoops.com. We start the second quarter, 15-10. West York leads it here. Gary Sutton, Pat Flannery with you. And Pat, your thoughts about the first quarter?
Well, I got to think that Coach Seitz is happy in the sense that they got a young group and hung in there. They got to stay around. The longer they can be around.
And Mark Walker was taking that shot the moment he got the ball, man. A little running one-hand bank shot.
I think it was drawn up in the out of bounds.
Here's that high-low look you're trying to get between Walmsley and Bausman. Bausman's been non-existent so far in the offense, except one pocket. There's Walmsley pulling up again off the dribble, not going to go.
Looks good, got to knock that down. Walker comes in off the bench as instant offense. He's done that in a couple games I've seen with him. It's like he's a different kind of Walker, but he has the same kind of attitude.
Look at that pull up though.
Yeah.
Walmsley down with the rebound. That's a good looking stroke.
Those two on the same floor together, they're tough.
Here's Bausman. Bausman trying to get something going. Having a tough time so far. Underneath, throws it away a second time here. He's got the head dragging just a little bit here for the moment for whatever reason. Yeah.
That entry that he's having trouble with to the right side. He's having trouble.
Into the game for Eastern is Lipsius. Also Easton Smith coming out there. And in is Avant King for the first time tonight. 1-4 flat along the baseline. Wholesale changes here in the first quarter for Coach Seitz. Said Garrett Bull, the coach on the other side for West York. Having an outstanding season so far. A little mix up there on the inbounds pass.
See, they always have 2 freshmen on the floor, don't they?
Interesting right now, you get all these new players into the game, get them a little taste. You're going to get a walk call here, I think. Trying to force it a little too much there is Easton Smith. So 17-10. I think you're in the danger moment right now if you're Eastern.
Well, they're trying to make it happen, and instead of running through the things, they're doing it one-on-one. And this West York team's not going to get rattled with anything.
Well, they're very, very classy, very experienced, play well together. Strong move up, not going to go. Foul going to be called as they got the ball exactly where they wanted that time to A.J. Williams. And Bausman's going to get hit for the foul, and that'll be his first of the night. Be the team third as the shot is up and in from A.J. Williams, a 75% free throw shooter on the season.
Game's not real hard. If you let the ball get that deep on your entry, you're going to have some problems, especially if you're not doubling.
Jacob Nisley in there for the first time tonight, a sophomore wearing number 42, and there's a second shot. That's not going to go off the hands of Williams. So an 8-point lead here. 6.5 to go until halftime. By the way, fans can go to hsslivetv.com to follow us right now. And also check in later again when you want to watch this game over. Hey, West York played some pretty good defense here for the moment.
Yeah, they're having trouble doing anything.
There's a push. Not going to be called. Officials letting them play here so far. I think the only thing that saved him there is he didn't let the elbow go out. He kind of kept it in close to the body, didn't he?
Right.
You know, right now, if you're a player out there for Eastern, you're feeling pretty good about Coach Seitz because he's letting a lot of kids play here in the first half, getting their feet wet. Who knows how you're going to use them later on, right?
Yeah. They're really closing out on that 3.
And Bausman going to try to get back up strong and loses it again.
He's got to get one.
He's getting special attention tonight. Mark Walker pulls it back out. Strong move again. That's not going to go. Williams keeps it alive. Williams back up strong, and Williams off the glass. Big time move there by A.J. Williams. He's got 5 points, 10-point lead. You get a timeout here for Coach Seitz. We'll take one as well. 20-10. West York leads it. This is the championship game of the YIAA on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
And welcome back to York School of Technology Gymnasium. There you see Justin Seitz laying out what he wants right now. And so far, Bausman has not really been involved in the basketball game, Coach Flannery.
Yeah, they've really taken him out of it. He seems to give it up and he doesn't get it back. And you know, the part to this that really is happening is 1 through 5. West York is just extremely quick, and they're taking Eastern out of everything they're trying to do. Somebody's going to have to take that ball and take it to the rim.
What West York lacks in size, they make up for in movement and heart, I think.
Yeah, a lot of hands in the passing lane. Now they come out of that timeout and go to their zone.
Here's Avant King, so a switch up there to the zone. Very quickly, Coach gets a guy up to the desk here, maybe getting his shooter back in there against the zone as they switched out here.
Sure, he feels Coach Seitz was getting ready for their man-to-man. A lot of teams switching coming out of that timeout. Smart move.
There's Bausman. Long look, not going to go. Rebound again by the ever-present A.J. Williams.
Yeah, good feel.
West York really in control right now in the rhythm on both ends. Good steal, though, here by Avant King. And Avant King up strong, misses it, though, on the layup, and then almost fouls coming back. Ball taken back down court by Detz.
He has quick hands.
Good job by Avant King getting that passing lane. They get it back in the hands of Mark Walker. Just run everything crisply. And there's Williams again. He's just looking to penetrate all the time. Walker with a good look outside. Look at that. Easy stroke from Mark Walker. His first 3 of the night. He's got 5 points.
Heating it up. He's that 6th man. They don't lose a whole lot.
They're quick in that zone, too, closing out.
Yeah. Very well scouted. Know who they're running to shooters.
13-point lead right now for West York in this one. And they have moved Eastern's offense way outside.
Even with this zone, they're challenging every pass.
Watch him hand off in the zone as Walmsley's going through there. And there's Bausman again. He's not going to win that game tonight, the whole night.
And that's too far.
Last 2 shots
too far
outside. There's Walmsley, though, and says, I got it. And takes it on home. So Walmsley with a little momentum builder there. He's got 2, and he's got 7 points.
Hopefully it gives him a little jolt here.
Pull up by Detz. Not going to go. Back to Detz again. Pull for the far corner. Not going to miss there and make it there either. But another offensive rebound. 2 so far. Detz. Head and shoulders fake. Detz underneath. Dumps it off. That rattles out. Walmsley with the rebound and out to Bausman. Bausman going one-on-one on the other end here. Bausman has it stripped away, but they're going to call a foul. I think it's going to be on McGladry. Going to be for 2 shots.
Basketball gods a little bit on Eastern there. Gary, I thought that ball was down.
That's a second foul on McGladry as Eastern getting ready to get Brady Seitz back in there alongside with Jack Weaver. And the shot is up and good from Bausman.
Maybe Austin needs to see one go through. He's been struggling a little bit. Some tough shots.
We've got another one here. He's got 3 points in the game, 1 field goal so far. Has closed it back to 10, though. Bausman, a 78% free throw shooter on the season, gets both here. 3 out of 4 from the line tonight for Eastern thus far. They pull it back to 8 points in the game.
3 minutes.
Coming up at half hour, Jack Giambalvo halftime report, by the way, and I have our stats and highlights. There's A.J. again, and A.J. Williams, wow. He's come to play, hasn't he?
Wow. They all can shoot it.
Timeout on the floor. A 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. West York on fire here in the first half. It is 26-14 on High School Sports Live TV.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And welcome back to the home of the Spartans here, York School of Technology, right in the heart of York County. The boys' championship game for the YIAA, and so far has been the Bulldogs. 12-point lead here, 26-14 with 2:59 to go in the first half. Pat?
Yeah, Eastern's had their opportunities, obviously. They've gotten the ball. They just got to run a little bit harder and make some action happen.
What they're not getting, though, is they're not getting the inside opportunities, whereas West York is. West York's pretty much running their offense and getting where they want to get with A.J. Williams.
They're going inside, outside, side to side.
That offense has great balance when you get those inside touches, doesn't it, Coach?
Oh, great curl, nothing there.
Bausman
They
went
heard
up.
you.
Yep. Trying to get the ball back inside there, and that's where Easton's going to have to win this basketball game, I think. Look at Mark Walker. Those two Walkers out front are so quick. A little screen on the ball that time, something different. Detz trying to find someone open, swings it back out to Mark Walker. And now to Jayden Walker, and he makes stuff happen. 2:13 to go. West York in no hurry. That's going to be a charge. Right away, yeah. Javon DeShields made the move and taking it chest to chest in there for Eastern. Nice job. So Eastern hanging around right now, but not really making a lot of headway. So the foul will be the first against Javon DeShields. And Eastern will have the basketball. You just feel like they really need to get the touches by Bausman and Walmsley down in the lane, don't you?
Yeah, it really has to. In order for them to get any kind of perimeter presence, West is just closing out so fast and so quick, and they're big enough when there's dribble penetration to cause some problems. Like to see them get this young man isolated somewhere and take all the help side away.
Well, here they have Bausman now handling the ball there at the top. Let's see what they get. Back to man here is West York. So they're looking to get the high-low here. You can see that they want to get Walmsley down inside. Bausman seems to be waiting for a long time, though, before he actually dives down for the invert, doesn't he?
He's actually going to the wing and not through the gut. The other thing, that when it goes slow from wing to top, that weak side help is just closing down for West York. Like to see one of these kids knock one down on the wing.
Here's Simon Lipsius, who can shoot the ball. He's in on that wing right now, in place for Von King. There's Weaver from the corner. Weaver buries it. His first time all night.
That's what we needed.
Jack Weaver with a three, and that pulls it back to 9 points. Here comes West York. 1:30 to go in the half.
Their defense is predicated on that help being there. Somebody's going to have to shoot that ball from the wing. They're really matching up out of this. It's really not a 2-3.
No, not at all.
They're calling cutters and they're switching up.
There's that look for the corner again. This one's not going to go. And again, the rebound this time by Bausman. He kicks it out, and they're on the run. Gets it ahead to Brady Sites. Another one from Weaver. Weaver's not going to hit this one. Taken down by A.J. Williams. Now you're down to under a minute to go, and West York again in no hurry.
Great look out of transition before they get set.
You got a whole lot of choices right here. They're going to pick its home on this one,
You
Coach.
can tell the respect, Coach, that West York has for East York. Just even in this situation, 9, you think they'd get a couple possessions. And
Eastern going to a little trap right here.
yeah, they don't want to sit back. You got to be the aggressor.
Down to 21 seconds. At what point do you send your team in on this?
Well, I don't like when they wait till 8-7 because I want to get an offensive rebound off that shot.
I always liked 11 or 12. Give you a chance for a tip if you miss. There's Mark Walker. Walker trying to make a move again, getting caught late here. Walker falls away. Walker's not going to have it, and no good. 26-17 at the half here. West York leads it. in the boys YIAA championship game. We've got an interview coming up between Tom Counts from Jack Giambalvo and Charlie Fortney. And then we're going to head to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
I'm excited to be here with Tom Couch, the Vice President for the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. Tom, you and your staff have served this community in so many ways over the years. High School Sports Live thanks you for being a part of what we do, but you served the York area community a lot longer than just us. Talk about how excited you guys are to keep this tradition going.
You know, Jack Giambalvo started the business in the early 70s, and you know, he was born and raised in York, and this is where he wanted to start his company and grow it, and he's done a fabulous job with it. And you know, we have 10 different franchises in 4 locations, so we've grown to a point where Jack has always wanted to make sure, and his son John, to give back to the community. And so we look at High School Sports Live as an opportunity to give back and also have an awareness to our company with the young kids today.
The new Mazda dealership is, man, this is state of the art. Not only are you selling cars out of here, but you're giving people in the community job opportunities. Talk about the uniqueness of the job opportunities. It's the VOTEC kid at high school, it's the college graduate. Talk about those opportunities.
You know, in the world we live in today, it's tough being a young person today, and we realize that. And so some of the involvement areas that we focus on is, for example, the trade schools. And with the younger kids with VOTEC, they have an opportunity to learn a trade. So for example, in our service department, being a technician, right. The days of just replacing spark plugs, filters, no, now it's very technologically advanced with computer skills. So we're involved with the kids from the VOTEC side with learning a trade of being a technician, and then also from the business side, if young people love cars and they've always been around cars and they just can see themselves, you know, having a career, being a salesperson can be very lucrative, and also you get to meet a lot of great people because everybody buys a car.
Now you guys have also been creatively having to put people in cars. It's not just the new car, it's the used car, it's the max dollars on trade-ins. Talk about that, Tom. What does that look like right now for people in general?
Yeah, the supply chain issue we have in our world today affects us also, but what we try to do to be transparent with the customer is every car that we have committed from the factory to build, we have that on our website so people can come see what we have coming in. So we may not have 200 cars on ground right now, but there's availability for people to match their needs from new and used cars.
That's awesome.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor, featuring Case Construction, paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambalvo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. West York leads the YIAA championship game 26-17 here at the half. Gary Sutton with you alongside of Pat Flannery. And Pat, your thoughts about the first half here?
Well, you start with effort, and I don't think there's a lack of effort on either side of these kids are playing their hearts out. The big one is West York has 7 offensive rebounds. They just throw it up and they get it, and they're very skilled, so they're making their threes. And their offensive rebound, that's a tough one. Throw in the fact that on defense, they're pushing Eastern York out of their comfort zone. So somebody's going to have to put the ball down and go to the basket.
Eastern York hasn't really hooked up with that high-low one time. We talked about that being maybe an effective part of the game for them. And really, the inside play is going to West York's side. They're managing to get into the interior of that defense of Eastern. Eastern has not really gotten into the interior very consistently so far.
You know, and they're doing it 2 ways to that interior. They're doing it off the dribble drive, and they're also doing it by isolating and throwing the ball inside. On the other end, on Eastern York, when we talk about high-low, I think the pressure on the ball is really causing them to be able to get inside. Plus, the size of Western York is giving them a little bit of trouble inside.
Let's take a look at our AT&T first half highlights and see how this game kind of unfolded here. As again, Eastern wanted to get inside a lot more. So far, it has been all West York doing that. And here you see why. A.J. Williams.
Yeah, again, tough lefty. Always a little unorthodox when you got a lefty. You get used to him. But he's a strong young man. Has a good feel for the game. And if he didn't get the offensive rebound, he was the guy getting his hands on the ball. A lot of guys that are very active. You can see them shooting the gap. There's a young man, McGladry. You see the Walker kids. They have some quickness.
They did get it inside this time, and that was the one time that Bausman touched the ball and got an unmolested layup in there. And then you see this guy, Jayden Walker. What a first half he had.
Boy, he just smooth, right?
9 points, led all scorers in the first half. And then you see this good move right here by Easton Smith for Eastern. Got a good name for Eastern, right? Easton. And then Walmsley sets his feet, knocks down a nice one from outside. That freshman's got a lot of doors that are going to be knocked on over the years.
Yeah.
And there's Walker again.
Deep.
Just showing you great skills, great range. Then inside it goes one more time. And there's A.J. Williams again, banging it back right off the glass.
He gets that right shoulder into, he's going to get the ball up in the glass, and probably it's going to go.
How about the other Walker? Mark Walker gets in there and says, I can do it too, and he's a little psyched, right?
Well, instant offense. He comes in off of there and shoots it.
There's some instant offense as Walmsley gets the steal and says, come on, team, get on my back, I'll take you with me, and stuffs it home. There's Williams outside, showing you some outside range as well. He had 7 points in the first half. And then Weaver with a long look for 3, his only 3 of the first half. And there you have it, 26-17 at the half. And we take a look right now at our Capital Blue Cross halftime stats, and you can see the numbers looking real good for West York here so far.
Well, just look at those rebounds. Actually, I don't think the 6 turnovers is a bad thing, except the pace of the game warrants that they got to take care of the basketball to get some shots.
West York has been very aggressive on the offensive glass so far. Just had 7 offensive rebounds of that 16, so they've looked very, very good here in the first half. So if you're coming out the second half right now, if you're Garrett Bull on the side of West York, what do you say to your kids?
Well, I think you have to get Bausman going. You got to either get him isolated or get those guys high-low. But I think spotting up your shooters on the wing, somebody's going to have to let a couple rip in order to loosen them up a little bit, because they're just getting tighter and tighter defensively, Western York, on Eastern's offense.
And that's Coach Seitz on Eastern. For the West York side, keep doing what you're doing. You got a great rhythm going right now, inside, outside. You're getting a lot of post touches. You're getting inside play, but you're also getting good shots on threes in rhythm, right?
Well, there's a lot of bounce to, obviously, to Western York, and as we've said all along, these kids have been through it. There's a lot of juniors and seniors, and they want those nets, and they want this. So I'm not sure they're in there at halftime not understanding that they got 2 big quarters ahead of them.
And that's our Jack Giambalvo halftime report as we get ready to start the 3rd quarter here on High School Sports Live TV. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll come right back right after this.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
And we start the second half. Easter with the basketball, and right away you can see him trying to give Bausman some touches inside. You got to think that's what they talk about. Get inside play here in the second half offensively.
Inside out. That's the way the game's played. That's where you get your best shots. They did go inside there. They just couldn't get one off. Just like to see these perimeter folks set their feet a little quicker, get a couple threes off.
They're looking to try to make some kind of pass there to Walmsley. Walmsley kicks it far side to Weaver. Weaver to Bausman, the corner. Bausman, long shot. Bausman buries it for the corner, so you got him some points right away out of the gate.
Yeah, great patience. Moved him around. Again, though, inside, outside, the open shooter.
7 points in the game now for Bausman. Close it back to 6 points here to start the second half. Remember, Eastern got beat up pretty good the first 2 times by West York, 55-28 and 44-29. So
start out in man-to-man, switching on the perimeter.
Here's West York doing what they did in the first half. They just work you, work you, work you.
You have to box off the shot. They killed them on the boards.
Walker tried to find a way to go. Bausman jumps out on Detz. Detz short shot, not going to go. Pulled down by Weaver.
Little mid-range, right? They stepped in there.
Here's Bausman. Bausman trying to extend himself a little bit here in the second half, and I like the fact he went to the rack hard, just didn't finish it off.
Very. Came out very aggressive.
Here's Walker. He's aggressive the whole time. Walker kicks it out. There's Williams again. He's been good all night. Not this time. Pulled down the other side by Lipsius.
Eastern came out and looks in good shape right now. They got to keep going in and out.
Justin Seitz with that Eastern heart. He played there. Bausman a little too quick maybe coming off that shot.
Make him work a little bit.
Obviously, they want him involved in the game, though. You can see that. Here's Walker again. Look at Walker. The control to the basket as Jayden Walker now with 11 points.
Can't open the floor like that for these guys. Defensive balance is just as important as offense.
And there's Weaver. Good move by Weaver, but he doesn't get the bucket, but he does get the foul. So Weaver weaves his way in there.
Great job of using his body. Little better athlete on him, and he was able to stymie him by getting into his body.
That's a third foul on McGladry now as Weaver steps in there, and he's a guy that shoots the free throw pretty well. Weaver, a 73% shooter on the year. Tonight, he's 1 out of 1. He's got 4 points in the game. This is the guy, if he gets on track shooting, can knock it down all night long. Weaver's second shot up and good. He's got 5, and they pull it back to within 6 again.
A little scary when they move Jayden Walker to the off guard and take him off the front. Now you got to play him both ways, baseline and top front.
He gets it taken away for a second by Walmsley. Diving underneath is Weaver, picked up by Bausman. Bausman's going to go to the rack. Bausman in for 2.
Great move.
Strong move by Bausman at the end, and all of a sudden he's in the game with 9 points.
He got challenged, young man got challenged at halftime, Austin, and he's responding.
Screen inside by Williams. Mark Walker with it, 4-point lead right now. Jayden Walker trying to dump it off. Another steal, this time by the big guy Walmsley. Walmsley heading down court, maybe going to make a move. The basket has it stripped away, but a foul is called on Jayden Walker. That'll be his first.
A little different step to this Eastern team.
Eastern with a little bit of a move here to start the third quarter.
Well, one of your guys has come alive. Walmsley's played well. Now he's gotten his sidekick with him. He got his got his Robin.
And there's Walmsley. Quick shot there.
Like that. Close that floor.
With Walker and Williams. Williams down and in. What a great pass by Walker. I'm not sure Williams didn't get a little shuffle step before I get in there.
Just can't open up that floor on defense.
You know, they often say, Pat, over the years, if my big men can outrun your big men, we're going to score a lot of points and win a lot of games. And Williams is a guy that can outrun any big man down the floor.
Just hustles from end to end.
75% free throw shooter, 1 out of 2 so far tonight.
Big part of basketball is taking quick shots and bad shots. Even though they don't go in, they hurt you because of defensive balance when you have this much speed.
10 points in the game now, make that 11 points for A.J. Williams. And just like that, back to a 7-point lead. Weaver kicks it off. It's another 3. Again, maybe a little too quick from Walmsley. So Eastern for a moment had it back to 4. Now it's back up to 7, and Westrock with the basketball and the patience.
Got to get a stop.
A.J. Williams.
5-6 passes for this Eastern team when they're on offense. That's given them their best opportunities.
Look at Walker creating. Walker in again. Walker just unstoppable so far for this West York team. 13 points for Walker. Tough shot on the other end, but it's going to draw the foul off Easton Smith. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. Smith goes to the line, a 60% free throw shooter. And the foul marked up against Anthony A.J. Williams. That's his first of the evening. It'll be the third team foul against the Bulldogs here as Easton Smith, a 60% free throw shooter at the line, up and short. 2 out of 3 so far tonight for the charity stripe for him. So the second shot coming up here from Easton Smith is up, and he'll knock that one home.
There you go.
Smith now with 4 points on the evening. 33-25 right now.
Got to win these next 4 minutes if you're Eastern.
Here's West York, and they're thinking about winning these next 4 minutes themselves. They've upped the lead back to 8. Jayden Walker throwing out to Mark Walker. I mean, just look like they're just probing you all the time, don't they?
Test, test, test.
And they're always looking south. They don't look east and west too much. They're always looking to score.
Yeah.
A.J. Williams might have gotten fouled there. This gets banged, taken back by Eastern. They're going to get a foul. Second foul now on Walker. So Walker with his second foul.
Good team defense there on Eastern. I mean, they didn't give them those open lanes where they can drive. Once they get that quickness and they get isolated, that's where Eastern struggles. Now make them work on defense.
Walker with 13 points in the game. A.J. Williams with 11. On the other side, 9 for.
So now that handoff, they're allowed to get in that handoff now.
As Weaver gets jammed right there by Mark Walker. Weaver trying to get it inside to Walmsley. Walmsley looks. Walmsley with kind of a tough shot there. Rebound again. I'll tell you what, this kid Smith is everywhere. Ball taken away. Here's Mark Walker. Easton Smith trying to get it back from him. Walker. They're letting them play. Gets with the rebound back out, and Jayden Walker resets it.
Bang, bang, bang.
Physical game tonight.
Yeah.
Love to see this kind of game. Referees letting them decide. Mark Walker, nice move there, up, not going to go. Walker with his own rebound, dishes it back out right away. Jayden Walker trying to answer, nothing there. Easton Smith again with another rebound.
Boy, young Mr. Smith is a banger.
Isn't he,
for his size. Really, what an effort.
He is doing the blue collar work here tonight. Hard hat. Oh, great move up to the basket by Bausman, and that's the kind of move you wanted to see in the first half. That was nothing blasé about that.
Yeah, they're there. They're in it. They got opportunities.
33-27, 6-point lead for West York. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. This is the YIAA Championship game, and it's all happening here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambalvo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Eastern's creating some pretty good offense with their defense. You see West York in the huddle there and Garrett Bull. But, you know, one of the things you were talking about there during the break, Pat, is the idea that you want to go more than one pass into your offense right now instead of the quick threes. Those quick threes, when you miss short, it's like the first pass out on a fast break.
Well, isn't it such a fine line of every coach that's ever coached is you want your kids to be aggressive, but you want them to be aggressive smart, is what we always used to say. And you got a tiger by the tail here with this Western York team. So if you're Eastern, you got every opportunity to walk out of here tonight with the Nets, but you're going to have to be patient on offense so you don't open the floor on this West York team and they get the ball running.
Well, Eastern's got the basketball. West York's got the basketball right here. And their lead has shrunk to 6 again, as Eastern York is knocking on the door for the moment. But there you get an inbounds play, and somebody got fooled on that one. An easy bucket in there by Javon DeShields. His first deuce of the night. Total missed defensive assignment there.
Too many guys switching on one person.
There's Weaver. King back in there now. Holding the ball a little too long there is Walmsley. Walmsley's got it. There's Smith. Smith had the shot. Bausman again. That 3 on the outside. There you're getting. You took the 3 and you got inside out, but it really was a little bit challenged.
Yeah, contested, right?
Mark Walker off to Detz. Detz hard move the basket, stripped. They're going to call a late foul there. Late foul there on Weaver. So at the line is Detz. Braden Detz, 73% from the line this year. He's 100% tonight. Got 2 points in the game. And he's going to miss off the front of the iron.
That was a little late whistle.
Very late. I don't know how you felt as a coach on collegiate level. When you get a late whistle, that's discussion time. So Detz going to get the second shot coming up here. And that shot is up and good from Detz. He's got 3 points, 3 out of 4 tonight. So here's Bausman now handling the basketball, and back in that 2-3 zone goes West York. To go here in the first half.
Little bucket here puts them in good shape.
And they were down at the half by 9. They're getting double teamed every time for Wansley. King lets it go. King with a big shot out there.
Big look. How about the freshman kicking out to a freshman?
Avad King had the feet set that time and knocked it down. Down to 6 points again here. Eastern's made a little progress here in the third quarter.
Ooh, they're going to get the ball back.
And by the way, and this is kind of a little bit of sick humor, but first time Eastern scored 30 points on West York this year was 28-29 the first time. First 2 times.
They're starting to look a little confident.
Here's
Get the last shot here.
Bausman with the basketball. Eastern goes. West York goes back to man now. Here's Bausman looking 4 seconds, waiting too long again. What a move, spin move, and he loses it. Just waited too long again there until the 4-second mark. Yeah. And Bausman stripped 36-30. We head to the fourth quarter here in the championship game on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambavo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
36-30, we head to the 4th quarter. Gary Sutton with you, Pat Flannery, and Eastern cut the lead back a little bit that quarter. Showed some good signs, Coach. What'd you see?
Showed a little bounce, right? You got a big 3 from Avant King, absolutely. And you know what? He's been gauging that. He's looked a few times like he wanted to go, and he's explosive. He saw it in that last game. He finished the game for Eastern when they won their last one in overtime.
How about Eastern here in a 1-3-1 coming out to start the 4th? That means there's seams right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to split the front here. Real tight. There's the hands.
And again, at 1-3-1, you'd stay halfway. You're going to make it really tough to make good passes. Bausman trying to make the move. There's your look. It's not going to go downtown, but Walmsley grabs the rebound. King's got it. Bausman. Bausman's fallen in love with that 3, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's so good when he gets it to the basket.
He really is. Very strong. Walmsley working hard now in that post. And over the back it comes. And the foul's going to be called on DeShields. That'll be foul number 2.
Yeah. Even just by taking the ball halfway across the floor, changes the position on the defensive man. And allows you to get it in there. Just put one reversal.
So DeShields is going to go out of there, and Javar Powell back in now for West York. So important, too, if you're the offensive guy in there, to sit down on the thighs of that defensive player, and like an offensive box-out look. And there's another one. And that is going to be foul number 2 on Williams. And all of a sudden, you see what you get here. You start to get that inside game.
Well, you've been saying it all night. You scouted on that high-low. That's where he threw it from the top to the bottom and took the weak side away.
And there's that post up there just for a moment. Walmsley, good job by Weaver trying to get the rebound, can't get it back up. Look out here, Walker by himself, and Walker's going to get fouled on the other end. Hard foul by Brady Seitz.
Oh, it's a good foul.
That'll be his 2nd foul. That was going to be a layup. So Walker heads to the line. Only a 50% free throw shooter, probably the only weakness in his game.
Wow. Yeah, he just looks like he could shoot all night.
And you see here, it's the one thing that he doesn't do particularly well is Getz gets back into the game now. And
you know, Coach, he actually shoots the ball different in the free throw line than he does when he's not thinking about it.
Looks like he's got the left hand a little bit more involved, kind of spins it a bit. So Walker with a second one, looking pretty good on that.
Boy.
Looks over at us, says, see, guys, we can shoot that.
I can shoot it.
Huh?
You guys keep quiet over there, huh?
14 points in the game now for Jayden Walker. He's been dynamite. Eastern spreading out here a little bit now.
Keep going, side to side.
And then look at those posts, those 2-man games you get in there. They're in motion right now. Bausman looking for the screen. Bausman trying to make a move to the basket, and I think he's going to get called for nothing there. He's going to go for a foul against him. And all of a sudden, the big guy exerted himself and forcing West York to play him.
They got something going here. When they're patient and they're moving that side to side, they got a couple shooters that are keeping them honest.
Braden Detz picks up the foul, and that's the 7th foul here. 6:38 to go in this one. Bausman back at the line, and he's going to roll it around and down. Bausman 3 out of 3 here from the line in the game. He's got 12 points tonight.
I think Weaver, Smith, and now Lipsius is another 3-point shooter. One of those guys is going to have to shoot that ball, or West York will stay in that lane.
Bausman out to 13 points again. Look at King putting the pressure on Walker in the backcourt. Quick on quick. West York now with a 5-point lead.
3 freshmen out there.
West York, one of the things I like about West York there is their poise. Yeah. It's interesting, Easter went right back to the man-to-man after the 1-3-1 last time down. Yeah. Mark Walker kicks it back out. Here goes Williams. He gets jammed. Tipped away again. Back it comes to the hands of Mark Walker. Up, that's not going to go. Frenetic pace here for the moment, and a foul on Eastern.
Big possession. What hustle. Both teams just going after it.
Tell you, West York is sneaky on the offensive glass. I mean, they really keep it alive a lot.
Yeah.
There you saw AJ going up, and Bausman's going to get called for the foul.
And even on outlets, West York is jamming. They're not getting that first clean one. They don't give up on it. They don't give up on it.
Bausman with his second foul as AJ Williams continues to be tough at the free throw line. He's 4 out of 4 there tonight. 12 points for Williams in the game. Second shot up, good also. 13 points for A.J. Williams. And back up to 7 it goes.
That could have cut that to 5.
Here's Eastern again. Bausman and Walmsley doing that pick and roll on top here. Weaver. And just turning and missing the man in the corner. They were looking for Brady Seitz. If you're Eastern, you're down 7 right now. Lots of time to play in this one, 5:47.
Yep.
Don't forget, coming up at the end of the game is the Capital Blue Cross post game and the Hoffman Ford player of the game. Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game.
Keep that defense on him and box out on the shot.
A little bit of a trap here.
Just what you said. West York doesn't look bothered by anything.
Very poised. Not to say you're going to go into a delay game here, but you go into a very deliberate game at this particular point.
Aggressive, smart.
There's Williams. Every time Williams gets a basketball, he's making a play.
When we say as coaches, something good happens every time he touches it.
Touches his hands, touches Walker's hands. Timeout Eastern. And West York up by 9 again, 41-32. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
And welcome back. There's the West York huddle right now as they are in control. 9-point lead with 6:38 to go in this one, or 5:15 to go in this one, rather. And, you know, right now, if you're Eastern, you got to change the pace of the game somehow, don't you?
Yeah, you're going to have to trap. You're going to have to gamble now. And the problem with that is when you play again, I'm not beating it up, but when you have kids that have been around, they know how to put it away. And if they're going to trap, they're going to have to be smart on it, and they're going to have to rebound from backside.
There you see Justin Seitz drawing it up. His brother, by the way, coaches the girls team. He's also in the playoffs this year. So it runs in the family there. Seitz is both pretty good basketball players, I believe, over at Eastern in the earlier years. Being from Columbia, by the way, when I coach, we used to have some great games with Eastern.
I understand they have another one that's playing at Marywood.
There
one
you
of
go.
his sons.
So a little bit of lineage there. Back in this zone right now. You know, the zone is not a passive thing for West York. There it is, gets it up to Bausman. He can't get it to go.
Yeah.
Coach Seitz wanted a foul, not going to get it here. Now here they are in the backcourt trying to get a double team. And Walker restores order, and the other Walker takes the point.
Going to have to trap it. You're not going to be able to play them straight up.
Garrett Bull really doing a great job here with West York in terms of coaching this team.
Yeah.
They just play as such a unit. Yeah.
Yep.
You're right, they are aggressive with the basketball all the time. Always looking at the basket. Jared Walker controlling the clock. You're going to get a foul called here against Weaver. For Weaver, that will be his first foul of the evening.
Only their fifth.
Only their fifth, though.
Going to have to deny everything.
At this point, you can't let them really just kill the clock on you. So timeout. Garrett Bull and West York will take one as well. 41-32, 4:22 to go in this championship game for the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association. All here on High School Sports Live TV.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
York School of Technology right here, and we are the site of the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association League Championship. Right now it's West York 41-32. They've got the basketball. There goes nice move along the baseline on a set piece. Mark Walker in for 2. He's got 7 on the night, and the lead goes to 11.
Set look out of a timeout with that fake that handoff. Everybody jumps it, and what a great finish by the younger Walker.
Now you got to work in those threes a little bit. Inside it goes to Walmsley. Walmsley up and in. Nice half hook by Walmsley. Foul going to be called on Powell. That'll be his 3rd, and Walmsley with a chance for the 3-point play the hard way.
He's just been so impressive tonight, so consistent. You know, he's fighting those bigs in there. He has an outside game and inside game. The only thing, at times, you get a little impatient, and aren't we all? 9
points in the game for Walmsley now. And back into the game comes Logan Dotson, and Weaver will check out as Walmsley goes to the line. Walmsley on the evening, first time there. 65% free throw shooter, misses it.
Trying to go a little offense, defense, and put some quickness on the floor on defense.
9-point lead in this low-scoring game. And there goes Walker again. Walker jumps it off. And up and under. Beautiful pass by Walker, and Powell finishes it off for his first deuce of the night. We got a player down on the floor. That's Walmsley. He's back up right away.
Yeah, it's gonna smart.
Hey, the big guy plays with heart, doesn't he?
He sure does. He really came down on his hip.
He's got 3 more years to go after this.
Can't really afford to sit him because it'll get stiff on him.
Here's Bausman with the basketball. So they're back in that 2-3 zone, and they're taking it away right now. Good tip away there by Mark Walker.
Well, you said it. That's not a passive zone.
Underneath it goes, and they're finding that open guy at the back end right now. He's going to go to the line to finish it off here if he can. Powell only a 53% free throw shooter on the season. And he misses the shot here. 47-34. This is looking a lot like the other games now at 44-29 the last time they played, but there's a good look in the corner. That will not go. Weaver keeps it alive for a moment. Picked up by Mark Walker. A pretty tough foul there from King. Eastern losing their composure just a little bit right here with 3:10 to go.
Great opportunity for 3. It cut it. Feel a little bit slipping. Came up pretty hard.
The foul on King will be his first. 47-34. West York leads it. It's at the line. It's Mark Walker, 69% shooter on the season. First time there this evening.
Playing quick against this team is not going to be Eastern's strength.
There's Walker, and he misses a shot here. So a chance for Eastern to carve back in here. They have to go quickly. They get trapped in a corner. I'll tell you, this zone is so good. They're trapping corners. They're closing out well. They're doing a great job. We'll keep it right here with 3:03 to go. And so, Pat, you're going to the huddle now for Eastern. Coach Seitz has got to come up with some quick steals and some quick offense as well.
Yeah, and depending on what Western York does, whether it's their zone or their man, Eastern has to do something that they're getting that ball in the paint and out the opposite side. Anything on the ball side, Western York's just too fast to recover. They're not going to get a clean look. So you got to get it to the middle and get it opposite.
place to go. Gary Sutton, Pat Flannery with you here tonight. And, you know, Pat, you're coming down the stretch here. This West York team has a lot of poise, but this 2-3 zone that they play is so aggressive.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's attack in the middle. So even when you attack the middle, you better be strong with it because they have kids on the weak side that are coming up through. The thing that happens is they have two good-sized kids. So if you do get penetration or you do get to the basket, they're able to defend you. But it is aggressive.
Here's Eastern now. They're going to need a little combination of that inside-outside game in a hurry. As Bausman's going to get it, he's going to look low for Walmsley. Not going to have it there. Weaver needs to face the basket there, and he gets it. There goes Bausman, and Bausman up hard, not going to get it again. Walmsley back up, Walmsley in. So they keep a little hope alive here. 12 points now for Walmsley as Walker pulls it back out. They're playing the clock now.
Boy, he's really limpid, Walmsley.
He has played hard.
Yeah.
West York looks like they are just handling the basketball. Time and score situation here, Coach.
Got to trap it.
Now they bring the big guys out away from the basket. There goes Williams again. Williams dumps it underneath. Smart play. Get it back out again from the Shields. Or from Powell, rather. They really are just operating this way. You got a foul, and there is the foul from Walmsley, his second foul.
Trying to decide who they want to foul. And looks like the strokes that we've seen tonight on these kids with West York, I can't pick somebody out that I really send to the line that doesn't look like they make free throws.
Well, Williams is 75%, and he hasn't missed yet tonight. He's 5 out of 5. So Williams up and good.
Yeah.
So Williams' second shot also up and good as well.
Yep.
So Eastern trying to find a seam here. No seams available now against that zone because of the way they play it. They don't quite match up, but they do cover a lot of territory, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of passing lanes. Well, that's all anticipation. It's the same way they play their man-to-man. Very aggressive.
Look at him here. They're talking guys through, handing people off. There's Bausman, needs a quick three, not going to get it here. Rebound. And that young man has played himself a whale of a game tonight, A.J. Williams.
Yeah.
Back it comes. Williams gets it at half court. Daring the man to come out and foul him, and he does. So the foul will be on Lipsius. It'll be his second, somewhat academic here for the moment. And back at the line is A.J. Williams. And Williams continues to stroke it smoothly. I have him for 18 points in the game so far for Williams.
Seems like his hands on the ball every single possession.
19 points now for A.J. Williams as he has come to play here tonight. 51-36. Very similar now to the first two scores they played the first time. Shot good from the corner by Lipsius, and a timeout very quickly for Eastern. We'll take a timeout as well. 1:28 to go in this one. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And welcome back here to New York School of Technology, where it is 51-39. And both these teams are going to be heading into the second season of playoffs. Coming up Monday night, West York is going to be playing right away. Big Spring at West York. That's going to be a 7 o'clock game on Monday night. And then for Eastern, they're going to be playing in the quarterfinals on Thursday, the 24th. They'll be at Littlestown for a 7 p.m. game. So a couple of York area league teams matching up there.
Yeah, it's always good when something happens like this in your league. You don't get the title. You know you can play again. Williams is not the guy to foul. He's 8 for 8.
Now you're running out of choices of when and who to foul, as the foul is going to be called here. And it's going to be at the line, number 23, David McGladry. He has not been there yet tonight.
72% free throw shooter. They got guys that can put it away.
And that's what you want. Guys are going to step in there at the end and make it count as McGladry's up and this one off. Announcer's curse, right?
Always.
Brady sights into the game now, along with Jack Weaver and also Simon Lipsius.
Trying to go three-point shooter for defense.
And what's a chance a good shooter like this misses the second shot? I don't think there's any chance at all. I think you make it automatically. Boy, I jinxed him twice, didn't we?
He's been out of the flow a little bit. He got in some foul trouble early, and the other Walker has been the guy.
Missed shot there. And now here's the guy that handles it for him all the time. Weaver's going to get called for the foul. And it's going to be walking down to the other end now, Jayden Walker. He's played a magnificent game tonight. Just handles the ball so well for this team and keeps the pace.
What was so encouraging there, or I guess as a fan, he used his speed, his reverse speed. He stepped away from the trap. Too many kids step into that. He stepped away from it, brought the defense with him, and he was going to reverse it, and they fouled him. But great feel for the game off the dribble.
5th foul on Weaver now. He's only a junior. He'll be back next year. He's got a lot of upside as a player. And this shot is missed also by Walker as he continues to have a tough time at the line.
Yeah.
14 points in the game for Walker. 15 now as he knocks this one home.
I like to put him up there, though, in those 50-50 ball games. I'll put that kid up there.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he'll find a way to score.
One of those guys that's a gamer at the end.
Yep.
He has 15. Anthony Williams with 19 in this one. Mark Walker chipping in with 7. Bausman, there's Walmsley. Look how fast they get out there. They don't let you shoot the 3, and they're in a zone.
Still contesting.
Just do not give you a clear look. Look at this. Good pass inside. Bausman up for 2. Bausman in. Quick timeout for Eastern with 44.1 seconds to go.
And here's one, if we're not going off the air. Here's one where Coach Stites is taking this opportunity. They're going to play again. Get a couple things out of this. I mean, the game's probably over. You got 44 seconds, but he's probably running something here that he's getting ready for the next one, or something that he's running. He wants to play every possession, as every coach should.
Exactly right. You're going to have a time where this is going to be important down at the end, and so nice job here by Coach Stites. On the other end, Garrett Bull.
Wow.
Boy, he had his team ready tonight, huh?
Impressive the way they play together. They're really connected as a group. I didn't see anybody off on their own. Doing their thing, both on the offensive end and the defensive end, and that's practice, and day in and day out, he just doesn't let them get away with anything, I'm sure.
There you see some of the Bulldog faithful over there tonight. They got quiet smiles on their face. Both these teams have more basketball to play as we head into the March time and February, but you see Coach Stites out there. He's talking with Walmsley, talking about what you need to do and teaching. That's what you like to see when coaches are teaching at this point in the game.
Absolutely. That's what they are. It's another class. It's another opportunity to make young people understand what leadership and what poise and what competition and, fight. And take every opportunity, coaches, every chance you get to.
And I'm always reminded that the chance you take of playing in the championship game is you might lose, but you know what? You can't win or lose unless you're in it, and that's the fun part to watch.
Yeah.
Here's Williams again. They got to foul him, double team. They didn't want to, but he wasn't giving up the ball. Smart move there by Williams just to kind of hang on and say, okay, you got to come get me.
He set the screen, everybody ran, and he slipped.
He might be one of the smartest big men we've seen all season long, and we've seen a few good ones.
Yeah, he really has a good feel for all around. Steps to the right spots, goes to the right areas.
He's not the biggest big man we've seen this year either.
No.
But he might be the guy that gets the most out of what he has in terms of movement. He really gets himself in the right place all the time as Coach Stites about to exit the bench here with a lot of players.
And if you put some big guys on him, he's liable to step outside, and he showed he can handle a basketball.
And he can shoot the basketball out there. He's got a bunch of 2s tonight.
Good job, guys.
20 points in the game now for A.J. Williams. He's a senior. Only averages 7.4 points a game.
Wow.
How about tonight? At 21. Has not missed a free throw. 13 of 13 for the free throw line. And in, nice little reverse right off the bench there. And I don't have the name, but a good move off the bench there, as his name is not in the book here. Let's check it very quickly. And we've got Levi Ayala. Levi Ayala. With a beautiful move there. Nice little reverse up. He's only a sophomore. Says, Coach, look, I'm giving an interview right here. What a job, what a job, yeah.
Put me in, Coach.
So here he is back at the line again. Jayden Walker. And it's interesting, it's not been the most interesting place, and finally he gets one to kind of rattle down here. And West York is going to empty the bench as well now. Landon Gibson in there. You got Daniel Rice in as well. Jayden Walker getting his second shot up. That one also good. So Walker knocks it home. 17 points in the game now for Walker, 21 for A.J. Williams. So 38 points tonight out of the 56 between those two young men.
Yeah. Well, you ride the guys. This is the time of the year. Every team in the country tries to ride their guys that are the players. What's so interesting at this time of the year is there's usually somebody that steps up somewhere, you know, that can change a little bit of the complexion, you know, of the game. And I think everything that everybody said about Western York is true. It's their balance. They've had guys, I mean, McGladrey got in foul trouble early, and the other Walker, Mark Walker, comes in and he hit a big three early, took a drive, and they just didn't look like they missed a beat. And that seems to be the kind of team they are.
24.1 seconds to go. Coming up at the end of the game is the Capital Blue Cross post-game report from our Capital Region Insurance Agency player of the game and the Hoffman Ford player of the game introduction as well. As a lot of new uniforms on the court now. Easter's going to have the basketball here. You've got Talon Knob carrying the ball down and throwing it down there to Carter Foot Renwick. Off it goes to Matt Zerbe. Hard move, little up, not going to go. Off the hands of Knob. And to the end and trying to get a bucket here, not going to go. Taken back by Ayala to the corner. Looking for the three, not going to have it. Put back though. He's in the book, Matt Zerbe with the score, and it's 56-45, the final here. West York has won the YIAA championship right here at York School of Technology tonight, and the fans just empty onto the floor to celebrate with the Bulldogs.
So great. High school sports, college sports, all the time and effort, this is what it's all about.
Well, the first of the playoff seasons is over. The county and area league championships. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our Capital Blue Cross post-game report right after this.
We wake up with the sun.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor, featuring Case Construction, paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered. Going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross. Going the extra mile for you.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambalvo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
And welcome back to our Capital Blue Cross post-game report as they're handing out the medals right now. First to the silver medalist tonight, Eastern, who now goes into the playoffs 16-9. And they put on a good show here tonight, Pat. They never said die. They kept fighting back. Just too little, too late.
Well, they had several opportunities, big possessions, 33-27, I think it was 42-37, to really put a little fear into Western York, and they did. But 2 times they took a quick shot with a run out, and it went from 5 or 6, and they got it up to 8 or 9, and that's just too much to overcome with this talent on this Western York team.
Justin Seitz, though, has a nice-looking crew here going into the playoffs, and they saw Bausman getting his award. He's got 15 points tonight, and Carter Wamsley with 11. They led scoring with 26 points out of the total of 45. So silver medals, again, you got to play in this game before you have a chance to win or lose it, and that's exactly right. I was really impressed with Justin Seitz and his teaching, his coaching, his teaching, and working with his kids even at the end of the game there.
Well, I'm so impressed with what he talked about the game and what they had to do, because they started a little slow, and he hung in there with them. I thought, you know, Austin didn't come out right away. They wanted to take him out of it, and as he got going, they showed what kind of team they are.
Well, how about this team on the other end? It's about to get the gold medals. Garrett Bull's crowd from West York. What an outstanding game they played tonight. And every time there was a little move toward them, they had the poise to kind of set themselves and come back.
They had the answer, and you know, the interesting thing about the answer is players make plays, but you put them in a position to make those plays, and those kids are in the position.
You're absolutely right, and the playmakers all night long were guys like Jayden Walker and Mark Walker. And yeah, how about A.J. Williams, the big guy, handled the ball well and made great penetrating plays every single time.
Well, he did. And, you know, as you talk about their really fine players, a kid like Dietz and Powell, these are kids that played a role on that team. There's only one basketball, so they all can't be handlers and scorers, and they played their role. Dietz hit a couple big baskets at timely times, and I also thought defensively he did a great job. You mentioned it early on Austin Bausman. He started out on him, and I thought he took him out of it a little bit early.
First championship for West York since 2008. They've had some great teams over the years in York County when it was YIAA, and now in the York Area League. And there you see a proud Garrett Bull. This was an outstanding crowd, and Landon Gibson getting his medal there. And you can see the coach is having a good time with this. There's nothing like putting a medal around necks, is there, Coach?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can watch the outfit tomorrow if it gets too wet.
You did it with a national championship team in Lebanon
like
Valley.
Yeah.
I had a chance to do it with the state championship team in '87. I tell you, there's nothing better than this moment.
Well, hey, Coach, you know it. It's a connection for life. You know, when you put the time and the sweat and the effort in, and I guarantee you they're feeling it tonight, and I guarantee you this team in the white, Eastern, is in the same way. playing for a championship. You don't forget them.
West York goes to 22-2 now as they head into the playoffs as the number 2 seed out of 5A. And so they're going to be a tough out for somebody as well. We got a lot of good teams in the 5 and 4A this year, I think.
Yeah, I always look for teams that have a handler, but they have somebody that can shoot from the perimeter, and you got a little size. And then I look for the heart. And do they play every possession? Well, Western New York plays every possession. We saw that right there at the 1 minute mark. They were still in the passing lanes, and they were still getting after you.
You know what, though? You talked about it, the balance between inside touches and outside play. And there you see Jayden Walker getting a big round of applause from a standing crowd here. And how about that other guy, Mark Walker?
Yeah.
Boy, is he a heady player.
Yeah, sophomore.
He's got a swagger, too.
Yeah. Oh, he's confident. He came in right away. He was confident.
How about A.J. Williams? What a game he played tonight. 21 points. Jayden Walker was 17, and a whole lot of help from their friends as well as they are celebrating a gold medal and the York Area League Interscholastic Athletic Association Championship, the YIAA. And so they put the first gold medal of the playoff season in their trophy box over there in West York. There'll be a happy bunch of Bulldogs over there on the west side of town tonight. We continue right now with our Capital Blue Cross post-game report. And let's take a look at our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game. There was a nice little play in there tonight by a kid from Eastern who played with a hard hat on all night long. And let's take a look right now at that play. And his name is Easton Smith, and we saw him in the early going. He seemed like he was everywhere, Coach.
Yeah, very excited. It was a big basket for them. They were struggling a little bit.
Little reverse duck under move there to the half.
Olajuwon.
Look at this.
Step through.
There you go, Akeem Olajuwon. And his moment in the sun there in the first half, and he says, yep, I'm rocking you to sleep, okay? And then you looked at all the players on the floor tonight, and there were a lot of good candidates for our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. But we really liked one guy who was just instrumental. He played inside hard. He was A.J. Williams. And take a look, 21 points tonight. Watch this kid play inside, outside, defense.
Well, I'm very partial to lefties. I've always had lefties on my team. I love them, and there's a reason why.
You're a pretty good lefty yourself when you played up there at Pottsville, and then also at Bucknell, right?
Yeah,
look at this guy.
That's a trademark. Love it.
So that's why you went to the left-hander for that final vote.
Oh, absolutely.
You couldn't have cast a better one. A.J. Williams tonight, what a great job he had in getting that ball inside and outside and all around the town. He is our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. Well, we've got a lot of people to thank for this season. We might be coming at you with a game again later on. It's been a pleasure being with Pat Flannery. And Pat, just the greatest job, man. Really appreciate being with you all season
long. What a pleasure, gang, for everybody in this outfit.
Hope we can do some more hoops here, maybe in the playoffs. We're looking down the line, so stay tuned. Watch HSSLiveTV.com. We have a whole lot of people to thank tonight. All the people here from the YIAA who were such great hosts here this evening. Of course, Pat Flannery. Jeff Thompson's not here tonight. Jim Gallagher, who kept our stats all season long, did a great job.
Great guys.
Also, Travis Sparks, who helped us a little bit on occasion. Brandy Trossel, Charlie Fortney. The list goes on and on. But most importantly, Chad Edwards and his great crew here from Invicta. They're the ones that bring you these pictures every single night. TJ and all the people that helped us out. Josh Edwards, thanks so much. It's been a lot of fun bringing you high school basketball. We're looking forward to the playoffs now as we head into season number 2 of the playoffs. Tonight again, though, the champions for the YIAA. West York, 56, Eastern, 45. I'm Gary Sutton for our whole Invicta crew. Have a great evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton, host of High School Sports Live TV. You watch on ABC 27.3. And I'm here today with Charlie Fortney of Advanced Hoops and also Greg Cavoli, now of Team PA. Charlie, 10 years ago, you started Team PA. I know originally Advanced Hoops was just going to be an instructional type program, but there was a place that you wanted kids to be able to go, and Team PA became kind of the natural outgrowth of that. 300 kids in college now as a result of that. Still a lot of kids that want to play. Talk a little bit about you and Team PA and what's happening to that right now.
Yeah, the AAU grew pretty strongly over the years with a lot of help and support. Coaches like Greg and our whole team just did a good job of making it something special in South Central Pennsylvania, and it's even recognized well throughout the state. But we never intended, to be honest, to ever start AAU basketball. In fact, in 2001, the whole goal was to not do that and just develop a training program where kids could train and not necessarily have to play on teams as much. So interesting thing happened along the way. You get parent feedback, and parents start saying, I need a good AAU program, and they do. And so we saw that there was a lack of opportunity in South Central Pennsylvania, so we started Team Pennsylvania, and it has been a success. But we're just more excited that we can get back to a little more of our first love and just focusing on training and development while we partner with this new Team PA under Greg Cavoli, where he can keep it going and hopefully continue to take it to the next level for the kids in this area.
Greg, a lot of people worry about the idea of something going away. Well, Team PA is not going away. The transfer is going over to you, and you're the new leader of Team PA. Talk a little bit about what it means to have Charlie have the confidence in you to take over this program.
I better not mess it up. That's what it means. I've had the privilege of working closely with Charlie, maybe as a silent partner the last several years, and I'm honored to take the program over. It is rare, I believe, in Pennsylvania and maybe any state that an AAU program can last 10 years and have the distinction of having teams on both the girls and the boys side. So the first thing you do is you bring on a great team, and so I had a lot of people raise their hand to come and help this transition. But we're honored. We got to keep it going, and yeah, we have to make it better.
Charlie, I know one of the things you are going to do is to really support Greg and talk a little bit about how that support comes down.
Greg's passion for AAU, he eats, sleeps, and breathes the idea of Team Pennsylvania. He's a believer in it. He coached in it, supported it. So the idea of someone with his skills being able to just dial in on Team Pennsylvania, build it, we're hoping it can take it to the next level, and I think they're already doing some good things I'm seeing, and Greg's going to talk about that in a second. And then we have to do our job to do that on the advanced hoop side.
Greg, you talk about taking an iconic name like Team PA to another level. You've got a vision, you've got some ideas that are new, and some really exciting things for people to be aware of out there. Tell them about it.
Yeah, so for starters, two directors joined the team, Taylor Dippery and Corey Dickerson. And then about a month ago, on our boys' side, Lloyd Hill, who's a big basketball name in the central Pennsylvania area, came on to run our boys' side. With that, an AAU program really is defined by its top teams and its high school teams, and we've put a lot of effort into what we're going to do with both the girls and the boys' high school teams. The boys will play with Hoop Group, which is a big name on the boys' side tournament circuit, and the girls will play with Select Events, Select 40. Now the big announcement in Team PA.